A pleasant day to everyone. I am Raisana A. Moncada.
My name is Rovik Sister Toledo.
I am Rainiel Vincent Reyes.
I am Angelica Sigara.
And we are the representative of Group 2. For today, we will be discussing the topic which is all about Rizal retraction. But before we go to the main subject, let us first define the word retraction. What is retraction? According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, retraction is a statement saying that something is said or wrote at earlier time that is not true or correct, or it is an act of taking back or withdrawing. As we all know, Jose Rizal is a type of hero that uses the tip of his pen as his weapon to fight against Spanish colonialization. With the help of his intellectual and humorous mind, he was able to awaken his fellow Filipinos. But affiliated with it were the hate of Spaniards, especially the friars, that acquired ill characteristic in his pieces. Also, the heated and precarious situation of his family and his own life as well. By this, Rizal was admired by his bravery and stand that make him remembered by us Filipinos and the country. So much for that. Let us now move on to our main topic, which is Rizal retraction. So here's the most controversial question. Did Rizal retract? To answer that, no, Rizal did not retract. Although there are many opinions and evidences presented by various authors whether Rizal did or did not retract. Nonetheless, until now, there is no exact proof and justification to end the debate. So we, the Group 2, are now gonna show the following assertion and evidences that bring about the testimonies that Rizal did not retract before his execution.
First was the copy of the retraction paper that was allegedly signed by Dr. Rizal that was even kept secretly and was only published in newspapers. When Rizal's family requested to have the original copy of the paper, it was said that it was lost. Can the Jesuits be responsible to not know the value of the paper? Or was it just hidden? Correct? 39 years, the original copy was found in Archdiocesan Archive. Ricardo Pascual, a PhD, was given the permission by Archbishop Nazaleda to examine the document and later concluded in his book, Rizal Beyond the Grave, that the fact presented to him was forgery. Moreover, as to another online sources, joserizal.ph, maintained by Jose Rizal University, the fact of document forgery was revealed by Father Balaguer himself. Father Balaguer said that he could not remember who exactly was the document. And even Father Pio Pai could not verify it in his own statement. So, in addition to that, Jose Rizal did not expressly say that he retracted Masonry. He only said that he hated Masonry. So how on earth does that become the strongest evidence of withdrawal or retraction? Think of this. If Rizal really retracted, how come he was still executed? How come? The paper alone, the retraction itself, can save Jose Rizal from execution. So why? Additionally, about the forged document, there are 3 copies of it. The first one indicates a year of 1890, the second one changes it into 1897, and the last one, the written year was 1896. The common rebuttal of this argument was either Father Pai or Father Balaguer have made errors of reproducing the copies of the original.
Second evidence as to Rizal did not retract is that when Father Balaguer came to terms that he married Jose and Josephine after Jose had signed the retraction paper. However, there were no marriage certificate or public record that showed that could prove Father Balaguer's statements. Furthermore, way back when Rizal was still exiled in the Pitan, Father Sanchez, Rizal's favorite teacher from Ateneo, was sent by the Jesuits' superiors to try to convince his former students' allegation toward the Catholic religion and Spanish religious in the Philippines. Father Sanchez told him to retract in exchange of professorship, 100,000 pesos, and estate. However, Rizal rejected the offer. It is more likely to be Rizal's mentality. However, come to think of it, would Rizal just simply neglect all the writing he conceived with his hard work? The same writings that brought him to the point of being executed. Rizal's behavior during his last hours in Fort Santiago does not point to a conversion. The mi ultimo adios and letters or indicate even a religious instability. In the evening, where his sister and mother arrived, never had he mentioned about the retraction. Contrary to what Father Balaguer claimed that even in the afternoon, Rizal was oblivious and was asking for the formula of the retraction. Rizal was fixated of the thought that he would die for the love of his country. He himself had coveted death a long time ago. More so, if Rizal died as a Roman Catholic, then he should have been buried properly fitted to him, right? We therefore conclude that the absence of marriage document of Rizal and Josephine and his burial outside of the Catholic Church cemetery of Paco shows that Rizal did not retracted back to the church. The lack of sufficient evidence or evidences prove that Rizal's retraction was just a false accusation, and whatever further studies that may emerge as to the truth about Rizal's retraction controversy, it detracts nothing for his greatness as a Filipino.
Another evidence that Jose Rizal did not retract is according to the statements of Fernandez and Morato. According to Fernandez, I have a document stating that before Jose Rizal faced death, he told his sister Narcisa to look inside his shoes because he had left a letter. According to Fernandez, that letter could only be a denial of his retraction because Rizal knew that the friars were misleading the Filipinos and he wanted to set the record straight. Also, Morato in his exposed that the friars forgot the retraction letter and published it in a clerical, fascist newspaper at that time. Rizal never retracted, although the fake retraction was published by friars then and is still sadly peddled in most schools, but that is not true. Both Morato and Fernandez have documents to prove that when Rizal was in the Pitan, he was allowed to go to Cebu with Josephine Bracken, the Archbishop of Cebu at that time, tried to dangle a marriage and coaxed him to stay. In conclusion, if Rizal had retracted, he would not be executed, but he was executed. Therefore, Rizal did not retract. He would have been an example of the friar's case. and he would have been given a decent Christian burial rather than being buried like a dead dog outside Pecos.